All right, everyone, hello, and welcome back to the channel. All right, now, so here's a video that my good friend Yogi sent me. And Yogi, thank you, my good friend, for the video. Now, the video deals with a frauditor who calls himself Auditing Erie County. Auditing Erie County, a.k.a. Daniel Warmus. Now, let's just say Daniel is semi-popular with the majority of his subscribers because Daniel is one of the knuckleheads that was involved in storming the Capitol, if you guys remember that incident. Now, let's just say that Daniel is also considered a snitch. A snitch because, hey, I've seen other people that got caught up in that storming of the Capitol, and they got hit with some heavy-duty time. Well, Daniel got a slap on the hand and got probation. So it's safe to say that Daniel made some deals. Now, let's just say that Daniel's on probation, and now he's storming city halls, police departments, government locations, hey, and he wants to disguise it as exercising his rights, doing First Amendment audits, which, as we all know, there's no such damn thing as a First Amendment audit. This is some made-up shit that a group of domestic terrorists came up with as a way of harassing our public employees as well as our law enforcement officers. But, hey, people out there that got the same hatred towards our government and law enforcement officers, they will swallow anything that these guys tell them. Well, let's get into the video that Yogi sent me, and we'll go from there.
An Olden man who records encounters with government workers now finds himself on a tighter leash with the federal government.
A judge recently granted a request to modify the conditions of Daniel Warmus's probation. News 4 investigates whether that could have a chilling effect on his First Amendment mission. Luke Moretti reports.
My First Amendment rights are definitely on the line here.
All right, so let me jump in here and comment, whereas Daniel just commented that his First Amendment right is on the line here. And I think it's safe to say, guys, that it's not his First Amendment right that he's concerned about. It's his YouTube money. Because as you will come to find out, the modifications that the judge will impose on his probation, well, anything that's considered harassment, oh, he's done. Asked out. Bubba. Okay, so as we all know, frauditing is all about harassing public employees, law enforcement officers. That's what gets the views, right? As we all know, their subscribers want to see the public employees and officers treated like shit. They want to see some harassment so that they can get off on it. Well, it seems that, let's say Daniel's going to have to look for some another line of work, let's say, or else his ass will be with Bubba. Let's get back to the video.
My First Amendment rights are definitely on the line here.
The public landscape for YouTube content creator Daniel Warmus is now more challenging than ever.
I'm not just out there for clicks and views. Some of the stuff these people do really irk me. It really irritates me what they do.
Warmus operates the YouTube channel Auditing Erie County. He's up to 73,000 subscribers, and with hundreds of videos, he gets tens of thousands of views.
Are you illegally parked up there?
I popped up there, that's me. Yeah, I come down here and check out this activity right here. I don't.
Warmus is a self-described First Amendment auditor. He travels around to municipalities in the region, capturing encounters with government workers with his camera. The video segments then get posted on his YouTube channel.
The people know those signs are illegal because they contacted me to come down here and address that. And I'd like to just come down here and address that because
his subjects either get a pass or fail after the audit. Some go well, many don't.
Get your hands off me, man. Get your cameras on.
But because Warmus is on federal probation for his role and conviction in the January 6th Capitol riot, there are certain conditions attached. Recently, a federal judge signed off on modified conditions that prohibit Warmus from engaging in harassment or disorderly conduct during his audits, or face possible sanctions. The probation office states in its petition to the court, the goal is that Mr. Warmus can successfully complete his supervision while the community benefits from his auditing activities and is not hindered by them.
All right, so let me pause the video here, whereas the news went a little too quick on this petition from the probation department to the judge, and I don't know, I found it very interesting. So again, you guys are welcome to pause it and read the entire thing. I'm going to touch on a couple of things here that I found interesting, such as in this part of the petition, Daniel pretty much states that his YouTube channel is his main source of employment. His YouTube channel is his main source of employment. Now, I think some of us, if not all of us, are aware that he owns and operates a mechanic shop out in upstate New York. I'm curious now if the probation department is aware of that, okay? Because his YouTube channel is not his main source of employment. That's the bullshit that he's telling them, okay? There must be a reason for that, but let's see what else I found interesting here. Hang on. All right, so in this part of the petition, if you can see, because in my screen it looks like I tried to blow it up as much as I could, and then it started getting blurry. So right now on my screen I can see it clearly. I'm hoping you could see it on your screen, but I found this part of the petition very interesting because it's in reference to a police department, the town of Hamburg Police Department. They were getting harassment and threatening phone calls. Okay, as we all know, these frauditors got a nasty habit when they go to a location and shit don't go their way. Oh, now here's the phone number. Redress your government. Okay, now you're gonna hear him make some explanations that he criticizes anybody who threatens the government and so on, that it's not his response, that he has a disclaimer on his channel. Let's be real, guys, okay? If you're making the effort, to put the number of the location where you're frauding at, and you're telling your subscribers, hey, if you're not happy with what you just saw, redress your government, come on. In one way or another, you're pretty much telling them to harass them, okay? And I think it's safe to say that the majority of these frauditors supporters, they're screwed up in the head, okay? They're criminals too, okay? It's not the first time we've heard threatening phone calls. Hey, listen, these guys are screwed up. Forget about it. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So this little disclaimer that he has on his YouTube channel, that he's not responsible for the shit that his subscribers... Bullshit. You become responsible the minute you put out the phone number to the location where you're frauding. That's where I see it, guys. Again, I say, feel free to read the rest of the petition. I found it interesting, but it was just a couple of things I wanted to point out. Knock yourself out.
Kind of a gray area. Like I'm not sure like exactly what I can or can't say.
The Federal Probation Office received a complaint about Warmus from the town of Hamburg Police Department earlier this month, according to court records. Recent video recordings posted to his YouTube channel led to the department's non-emergency phone lines being inundated with people calling to make complaints, and even making threats of violence to members of their agency, the Federal Probation Office states.
You see him as a journalist, right? Well, I certainly think that he can make a strong argument that he is a journalist.
Joseph Finnerty, a Buffalo-based media law and First Amendment attorney, has been following the Warmus case with interest and has reviewed some of the videos posted on his YouTube channel. Finnerty argues that Warmus is reporting news and that these new probation conditions could have a chilling effect.
They're trying to get his conduct to conform to what they expect of him, and they don't want what he reports to have an impact on, in this situation, the police.
Warmus tells News 4 that he does not encourage his viewers to do anything that can be viewed as threatening or illegal, and that he even has a disclaimer on his YouTube site.
I have a First Amendment audit channel. I teach people their rights. People know it's their right to redress their grievances. If they choose to do so, they're on their own on that. I mean, especially if somebody wants to make threats. I severely wish nobody would do that.
All right, so let me jump back in here for the last time of the video, whereas I truly found it funny that Daniel's telling this reporter that he's teaching people about their rights. He's teaching people about their rights. So when did it get to that day where the criminals are now teaching the average citizen about their rights? Let me tell you, I learned about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights while I was going through middle school, okay? As well as on the weekends. I remember the cartoon Schoolhouse Rock, where they had they always had a cartoon in reference to the Constitution or the Bill of Rights. I mean, I'm assuming most of you baby boomers remember those cartoons, Schoolhouse Rock. Oh my God, those were the good old days, okay? But this guy teaching people about their rights now, he's teaching how to cause havoc, chaos, and the shit that you, if you don't like authority, this is what you gotta do. That's what he's teaching, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the video, guys, and hey, I'll see you guys in my next video.
Now, with the added conditions of his probation, prohibiting harassment and disorderly conduct, Warmus knows that his recorded audits are being watched carefully.
I'm very concerned that this, at the very least, chills Mr. Warmus's First Amendment rights and freedoms, and could put him in serious criminal jeopardy simply for reporting news and observing public officials at work.
I would like to think that I'm not out there being disorderly or harassing people while I'm doing my audits. I like to, peacefully exercise my constitutional rights in a public setting and not interrupt the businesses, but I really don't know what the results of this are going to be.
The Federal Probation Office writes in its petition, there are peaceful ways that Warmus can accomplish his auditing of Erie County, as his prior activities have only led to issues. Luke Moretti, News 4.
So like I said.